Good morning. Yesterday I saw Tati, who I adore. Who doesn't adore Tati? Seriously, I'm not being sarcastic. But I saw her do a video on worst products from her favorite brands, and she did this foundation. And I really love this foundation. In fact, this was my go-to foundation for maybe 6 months. I found this one more than a year ago at the last midsummer sale and just loved it. So I wanted to do a rebuttal. I'm the Hooded Lid, and welcome to my channel. It's rebuttal time. Becca Skin Love. Now, they say this is weightless, medium buildable coverage. This feels not so much weightless. It is not watery, it's not liquidy, okay? And people, I guess, had complained saying that it's greasy. If you have oily skin, you're not going to like this. You can click off. If you even have combo skin, you might not like it. If you have normal to dry skin, I think you might. And they say that it looks cakey. And I think that's because people are using this. I'm not a huge fan of the Beauty Blender for applying foundation. I'm just not. I think I just see dollar signs flying away. There goes my foundation. I prefer to use my hands. Sometimes I'll use a brush, but generally I'm for the hands. This foundation in particular, it's not going to look good unless you use your hands. I think it needs the warmth of your skin and your fingers. It's kind of sandwich the foundation to really melt it and work it into the skin. And then if you build, it builds beautifully. Instead of looking like it's a foundation that is not blended in, which sometimes when you build, it's like, oh, you got a clump of foundation right here. This doesn't do that. My biggest complaint is their shade range. I don't know any orange people. Depth-wise, this is me, but this is orange. So I bought this one to mix it with. It's a little too light, and it's more neutral. So I thought it would lighten this up and neutralize it. But sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't work, you know? And then I decided to buy this one. This is the lightest they have, and it has a pink undertone. And I used it with this one. This is way too complicated. I have now passed that period of my life where I'm going to buy 2 colors in a foundation. There's so many different ways to go. There's so much out there to choose from that if a company won't make a color that will suit me, I'm not going to buy their foundation. So this was the last time I did something as crazy as get 3 foundations. When you go online and you look at the colors, it says cool with a golden undertone and that kind of stuff that doesn't make any sense. If it's cool, it doesn't have a golden undertone. It's a golden foundation. What I'm going to do today is do this one. It looks like it might be a little light. Boom. That doesn't look thin. It's kind of a moussey-ish thing. It does remind me of the IT Cosmetics. So I did 2 pumps of that, and I'm going to do a half a pump of the darker one. I mean, it's still light, but I'm tired. I'm tired of it. Both fingers. So I'm just taking it off my hand and just working this in. And while I'm doing this, I just want to say some very accomplished and important makeup artists use their hands for applying foundation. Lisa Eldridge, in some of her videos you'll see her do it, but in one of her videos I saw her explain, because she oftentimes uses brushes, and she said it just depends on the client, and that she does prefer to do the fingers. But there's, you know, some clients don't like that. It seems more professional to do a brush. I saw a model, I think it was Dozen, put on her makeup in the same manner, and she said, don't worry about it. This is what Pat McGrath does. She puts a ton on, and we just work it in and work it in and work it in. And Mary Greenwell, who was a makeup artist who did the Vogue, the very famous Vogue cover with Diane, Princess Diana. She does it that way. She was a very important makeup artist who Charlotte Tilbury and Lisa Eldridge both worked for. So she was kind of like the grande dame of them. And when you see her videos, she's almost aggressive when she's putting the foundation on. She's just smearing it on, and she says, don't worry, it looks like too much, I'm going to work it in. And that's exactly what she does. I'm going to pull you in so you can see what's going on. Now I haven't looked in my mirror to see if I'm completely blended. So around the nose, the hairline, the sides right through here. I always kind of mess this up. And right through here. And I just want to do a final blend with the Beauty Blender. And then if you want to, if you really have to use that Beauty Blender, this is when you use it. Now I'm not going to build it, but you can build it. Mine is dry, I didn't even wet it. All right, I think it's a beautiful foundation. I rebut. I do. I might start wearing it again. I think I got a really good mix. It's going well with my neck. I'm going to pull out and sign off. This is a quickie. So there you have it. That is my rebuttal of Tati's Worst Products in My Favorite Lines video. It's really a nice foundation. If you're oily, no. If you're combo, probably not. If you are normal to dry, yes. And remember, I use a lot of moisturizers and sunscreens underneath this, and I do not find this to be oily. I find that it wears beautifully. In fact, I like it after it's been on for several hours. I feel that it just really synergizes with the skin and looks like my skin, and just has a little bit of a glow. Now that could be the products I put on before it, but I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt and just say this one is all about the application. And this is my application, and I think it looks great. But if you don't think this looks great, then okay, let me know. Rebut completed. See you the next time. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope you come again. Until then, I'm wishing you a great day. Bye.